The last and third stanza, the poet regrets for what he did in his childhood and how the relationship was between the father and the son. He regrets that he did not realize the father's love, and he did not acknowledge it, and he did not say thank you, or he did not appreciate his father for his selfless responsibilities and selfless cares and responsibilities that his father did for the family and for him. So in the last stanza, he says, the poet says that he sadly recalls that he used to talk to his father indifferently, that means carelessly. The poet in his childhood used to talk to his father carelessly, and even though his father made the fire to make the house warm, even though his father would light the fire to make the house warm, and even he used to polish his shoes, the poet's shoes as well. So the poet says he used to talk indifferently, he regrets for that, and his father made the fire and kept the house warm and polished his shoes as well. Now the poet realizes, as a grown-up man, as a father, in fact, the poet grew up and he became a father himself, and now he realizes that he did not know how tough it was to become a caring and loving father. Now he realizes that he did not realize in his childhood how tough it was for his father to become a loving and caring father. And as a kid, the poet was unable to realize the selfless responsibilities and sacrifice of his father. As a kid, he could not, he was unable to realize it, in fact, as a kid. Now he recalls those days and recalls those memories with his father, and he regrets that he did not say thank you to his father, and he did not appreciate his father's work, selfless sacrifices, selfless responsibilities that his father discharged for the family and for him. So he regrets that he did not realize the selfless responsibilities and sacrifices of his father. The poet regrets that he should have appreciated his father. Now he realizes that he should have said his father thank you. He should have appreciated his father for what his father did for the family, and what his father, the way his father showed his care and love, selfless love for the family, for the poet himself. So that was the poem. Let's read it out. কবিতাটা যদি আমরা একটু পড়ি, পুরো কবিতাটা আমরা একটু যদি রিডিং পড়ি, একটু খেয়াল করি। On Sundays too, the name of the poem is Those Winter Sundays, written by Robert Hayden. Sundays too, my father got up early and put his clothes on in the blue-black cold. What's the meaning of blue-black? Blue-black means early morning, at dawn. It is kind of, if you explain it, blue and black, the combination of the sky, in the early morning at dawn, the sky is neither black or nor blue. মানে খুব ভোরবেলা আকাশটা কেমন থাকে, খুব ব্ল্যাকও থাকে না, আবার খুব ব্লুও থাকে না। তো ব্লু ব্ল্যাক বোঝাচ্ছে এখানে ভোর, কোল্ড মানে হচ্ছে ভোরের ঠান্ডা। So his father used to wake up on Sundays too in biting cold early morning. Then he used to put on his clothes, and then he lit the fire. So the poet says, then with cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday weather, made blank fire blaze. And then he would put on his clothes, and with his cracked hands that must have pained, because he worked the whole week with these two hands. He worked heavy, and that's why his hands cracked, and that must pain him. Even though his works ached, he didn't care. He would wake up early on Sundays too, and with those hands he would light the fire to make the house warm. No one ever thanked him. No one ever said thank you, father, for his selfless works. I would wake and hear the cold splintering and breaking. Cold মানে এখানে বোঝাচ্ছে ice on the rooftop. Splintering মানে হচ্ছে ফেটে যাওয়া, ভেঙে যাওয়া, and breaking লেখা আছে এখানে splintering. সো বলছে যখন আমি ঘুম থেকে উঠতাম তখন ঘরের ভেতরে ফায়ার জ্বালানোর কারণে ভেতরটা ওয়ার্ম হয়ে যাওয়ার কারণে রুফটপের উপরে যে আইস গুলো ছিল সেগুলো ক্র্যাক হতো, ফাটতো, আমি শুনতে পেতাম. I would wake and hear the cold splintering and breaking when the rooms were warm. যখন ভেতরটা ওয়ার্ম হতো আগুন জ্বালানোর পর, he would call and slowly I would rise and dress. And his father used to call him when the house was comfortable, and the poet would wake up and dress himself ready for going out, fearing the chronic anger of that house, and at the same time he was afraid that the other members of the family would react to his father just because they did not want to wake up early, but his father always used to call them very early in the morning, and speaking indifferently to him who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well. The poet recalls that he himself used to mistreat his father. He did not used to speak to him gently. He did not used to speak to him. He used to speak to him indifferently, carelessly. That man, who in fact polished his shoes as well. That's why the poet regrets that in childhood, why didn't I understand that this man is doing everything for our comfort, for making us happy. Even he is polishing my shoes as well. Why didn't I understand that I am misbehaving with my father? That's why the poet, after growing up, most probably after becoming a father, he regrets. And what did I know? What did I know of love's austere? Austere means hard, difficult. Love's austere and lonely offices. Offices means responsibilities. কবি বলছেন যে কেন আমি তখন বুঝিনি যে বাবা হওয়া এত কঠিন, একটা কেয়ারিং ফাদার হওয়া এত কঠিন, কেন আমি তখন বুঝিনি তার সেলফলেস অফিসেস, দ্যাট মিনস তার এই কেয়ারলেস তার এই সেলফলেস রেসপন্সিবিলিটিস গুলো তার সন্তানদের জন্য, তার পরিবারের জন্য, কেন আমি সে সময় রিয়েলাইজ করিনি, কেন আমি তাকে অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করিনি, কেন আমি তাকে থ্যাংক ইউ বলিনি একবার. এই জিনিসটা কবি যখন বড় হলেন, কবি যখন তার বাবাকে স্মরণ করছেন, তখন তিনি এই কথাগুলো মনে করছেন আর তিনি রিগ্রেট করছেন. সো এই বিষয়টা হচ্ছে এই কবিতার সারমর্ম. এখন এই কবিতার মূল ভাব নিয়ে যদি আমরা আলোচনা, এই কবিতার থিমটা কি হবে? থিম হচ্ছে রিলেশনশিপ, ফাদার অ্যান্ড সান রিলেশনশিপ. আমরা খুব ভালো করে জানি এই ইউনিটটার নামও হচ্ছে রিলেশনশিপ. সো এখানে ফাদার অ্যান্ড সান রিলেশনশিপ দেখাচ্ছে. দ্যাট মিনস এখানে ফাদার অ্যান্ড সান রিলেশনশিপ দিয়ে আরো বিগার সেন্সে আমরা বলতে পারি যে এখানে আসলে পৃথিবীর ম্যাক্সিমাম বাবাদের সাথে সন্তানদের যে একটা সাটল ডিস্টেন্স থাকে না, ওই ডিস্টেন্সটা নিয়েই আসলে আমরা সন্তানরা পরে বড় হলে সেটাকে আমরা রিয়েলাইজ করতে পারি. আর তখন তো আসলে বাবা মা আমাদের সাথে থাকে না, বাবা মা চলে যান আমাদেরকে ছেড়ে, তখন আমরা বুঝতে পারি. আর তখন বুঝতে পেরে আমরা অনেক কিছু স্মৃতিচারণ করি আর রিগ্রেট করি, অনুশোচনা করি, মনে করি যে বাবাকে আমরা ভুল বুঝতাম, বাবা এই শাসনটা না করলে হয়তো আজকের পজিশনে আসতাম না. সো অ্যাকচুয়ালি থিম হচ্ছে কবিতাটার ফাদার অ্যান্ড সান রিলেশনশিপ, that is based on love and care, but all the time the love and care is not expressed explicitly, rather it is implicit sometimes in the selfless works and sacrifices that the parents make for the children. এইটাই হচ্ছে এই কবিতাটার থিম বা মূল ভাব যদি আমরা বলি. আর সারমর্মতা তখন আমরা আলোচনা করলাম. আশা করি এটি ক্লিয়ার হয়েছে. আর যদি কোনো সমস্যা থাকে অবশ্যই আমরা কমেন্ট বক্সে জানাবো. Let's talk about the theme of the poem. A father's sacrifices and selfless duties remain unacknowledged and unappreciated. Although a father discharges his duties and devotes himself for the family, children often fail to understand and fail to appreciate him and his sacrifices. Rather, they sometimes mistreat him, behaves badly with him, behaves rudely with him, and mistreats him. Children during childhood or the whole life, children remain callous of the love and care given by the father, given by the parents. Children can hardly show them the love and respect that parents truly deserve.